jumping up and down. That'll be a great battle. Mills and also Eddie Gill. The two guards, a bit of NBA experience. Get the tap and Greer grabs hold. Hands it to Mills. We're away. Dorsey been slow to start this season. Guard. Here's Ibaka from outside three to kick the game off. Battles around, rebound. They've been very impressed with this man, Mims.
My word, he reminds me of Russell Ellis, who spent some time with the Townsville Crocs. Left-handed guy, great around the basket, a little bit sharper, a bit more refined on the offensive end, but he's got those types of characteristics.
It's little fade away, doesn't go. Blanchfield with the ball. Passes it out wide to Gill. His basket won't go as well, so two misses, one from each side, as Mills decides to take it all the way. Paddy Mills drops it in for two. And then a foul from Greer, a bit of aggression, that's what we like to see.
Well, there's the extended defence, and although Greer gets called to the foul, Trevor Gleeson will be happy with the intensity that Tommy Greer's going. Have a look at Paddy Mills, splits it like a hot knife going through butter and gets to the rack for the easy two. And although Eddie Gill's got enormous NBA experience, because the new ball is out there for Paddy Mills, I'm sure that's going to fire Eddie Gill up a little bit as well tonight.
Holmes, nice little basket from the corner, little jumper. It's been a revelation this year.
And a real man crush. But on Joe Holmes, he has fallen in love, as you do with blokes that average 12 points and 10 rebounds a game.
And real workman-like, isn't he, as Mills has it again. Driving into the key, dishes out to Greer. Little hop step and then a jump out to Dorsey. Can this go in? No. Big boards from Mims, jumping up high, those gadget arms. Grabbing hold of it. And into the front court for the Crocs. 2 plays 2. All tied up. Here's Holmes again from outside. Little pass to Crawford. He'll take it all the way. Draw the foul, score the points as well.
And that is way too easy. Peter Crawford with the slightest of head fakes and was able to get around and get to the rack way too easy. Trevor Gleeson won't be happy with that. There we see Cameron Tregar, who's not all that nimble on his feet. The big fella coming out to try and guard Peter Crawford. And anytime anyone sees Cameron Tregar running out to the defender, the eyes will light up.
So Peter Crawford makes it a 3-point play. The press on from the Crocs. Tigers getting into their front court quite easily. Ibaka at the top. Dorsey. 3 points the margin. Here's Mills again. He could have dished it off. Decided to go with a little lob shot. Was nice. He started well, Andrew Gaze.
He is. In both occasions, it's from the same play. The on-ball pick and roll, and he's able to split the screen. Excuse me, defense got to do a lot better job guarding the screener to come out and help on Paddy Mills. Oh, there's an off-the-ball screen by Tommy Greer. He has sound position, but just a raising of the arms probably caught him out.
So it's 5-4. Here it is again.
Just sort of saw it. You saw the extending of the arms, and there's a tough one when you're a screener like that, because you know things to protect yourself.
2-pointer under the basket for Peter Crawford. So the Crocs have started well. They led by 3 early in this game. 7 plays 4. Crawford on the scoreboard. Ibaka with it. Here's Greer. Dorsey trying to get it inside their big man. Guard up against Crawford. Not a bad matchup for the Tigers. He can't get that first basket, but he drops in the second. Well worked by Cam Tregar.
He's been fantastic this season. Cam Tregar down low. He's back to his old form. All star form, I might add, the way he's been playing this season. But Jacob Holmes says anything you can do, I can do better. The 6'8" Jacob Holmes with the short little tip shot. Defensive intensity by the Melbourne Tigers was superb last weekend. Tonight, perhaps resting on their laurels a little bit, and not really seeing that fire in the belly on the defensive end as we saw last week.
Foul goes on Peter Crawford for the Crocs. Still a Tigers ball.
Yep, grab and hold him.
Crawford with 5 points. Holmes with 4. They're the bright starters, and Paddy Mills for the Tigers. Ooh, that was looking good until the ball went out of courts.
Ron Dorsey throwing it where Tommy where he should have been, not where he was. So a small slip up there. The Townsville Crocs this season got some good scoring output there, shooting it at the second at 47%. They've got 4 players, 4 of their starters averaging double figures.
This is Mims. Close to the three-point arc. Well kicked in play by Dorsey. 9-6 is that score. 3 points the margin. A pass to Trigard. Another assist for Paddy Mills.
Just a great pass. Brilliantly weighted. Trigard might have got away with just a little sneaky push in the back, but just a sensational pass. Good vision by Paddy Mills.
This is Gill at the top. Wants to take on Mills. There'll be a bit of pride on the line in this game between these 2 boys. The veteran versus the youngster. Both with NBA experience. Mills moving more quickly. That is great basketball from the Tigers. And Trigard will go to the line.
Perfect execution. There you see the first one, the little long pass for the easy deuce by Cam Trigard. And then again working the pick and roll. No pressure on the pick and roll pass. And as such, Paddy Mills can thread the needle. My word. A couple of weeks ago, they question marks about Paddy Mills' ability to lead the team and his distribution, his assists were well down. Well, has he quite increased the last couple of games? And again tonight showing tremendous court vision.
The pressure would have been on him though, wouldn't it? You know, he's come from the NBA to the NBL. He's probably thinking early on in the season, I've got to score points. Everyone wants me to score points. Now he's just settled into his role.
Also understanding where his teammates are going to be when you're with a new team. It takes a little while to get accustomed to the characteristics of the team, and Paddy Mills really starting to feel and look comfortable.
He's on fire. Another great pass from Paddy, but Cam Trigard couldn't finish it off.
Paddy Mills having his way with Townsville cross off the dribble.
Still outside, tempted for the shot, decides to go to the post. Holmes backing away and sliding on it again. He has been impressive. 6 points, Jacob Holmes.
And they're going to him. He's already had the 5 field goal attempts, 3 of 5. There's a little slap. This time on Mims as Lucas Walker goes to the line to shoot a couple of free throws. When you've got a guy like this, Paddy Mills, who is white-hot at the moment, he scored a couple of easy points, so he gets his shooting confidence going, and now he's dished off a couple of magnificent dimes. Got to get the ball out of his hands. Run a double at him, get the ball out of his hands.
Well, it's tight and tough in the cage. Crocs 11, the Tigers 10. Stay with us.
Choices has a fresh range of carpets that will help you breathe a lot easier. Allergy and asthma friendly. New Breeze is the low allergy carpet you've been searching for. Only at Choices.
It's golf season. Watch, play, discover.
We got to get some stuff down there. We're giving it too much confidence already. Good rebound. Keep on forcing the ball down here. Hey, what is it now?
Young man, what you need to do is go around and wait up there at the practice.
Instructions are pretty obvious for Trevor Gleeson. We only caught the tail end of it, but as you'd expect, focusing almost exclusively on what's happening down the defensive end. And as we assessed the intensity and also some of their rotations, he was just trying to address that timeout. And very content with the offense, as you would be when your team's shooting it at 55% and the ease at which they've picked up their baskets.
Absolutely. Lennon plays 10. Jacob Holmes, the leading scorer, with 6. Crawford with 5. Trigard also with 6. Sneaking away with those little putbacks. Here he is again. Nice spin move from him. Too quick for Holmes. And he's jumped at 8 points.
It's an almost individual duel now between Jacob Holmes and Cameron Trigard each end. And why wouldn't you? When you've got a weapon, you've got an advantage, go to it, look until it runs out.
Smith with a little jump up from Trigard, not only scoring but pulling down the boards as well. He's Mills. Walk up, receive it back again, Mills. No, he didn't the first time, but then said, give it to me. Guard with the screen. Mills from outside, 3, ambitious with the hand in the face from Holmes. 12-11, that's the score. Skill. But 900 NBA clubs entry case.
He was a journeyman and a classic journeyman at that. The quality player we've seen this year. He's only averaging 12 points a game, but it's his leadership that's just as valuable as his points on the board.
Holmes deciding to go himself, but he is on fire.
My goodness. Doing it with ease, Jacob Holmes. One of the takes on Jacob throughout the course of his career has been his field goal percentage, but the ease at which he's getting them in the paint tonight. Cameron Trigard, anything you can do is Cameron Trigard, Jacob Holmes show so far tonight.
Trigard into double figures, he's got 10 to his name. Jacob Holmes just behind him with 8. 14-13, that's the score with the defense from Dylan. Crawford can't get that shot away. Little foot slips out of court. We'll reset 14-13, 1 point that margin, closing on quarter time.
A good conversation with Paul Walker, the head coach of the Townsville Crocs, before the game, and he's key to the game tonight. Control. He was in awe of what the Melbourne Tigers were able to do last weekend as far as their boat. And he was hell-bent on making it a half-court grind.